topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Ask the Expert show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV, where we bring you educational information from top local experts in the fields of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Now sit back and listen to experts in family law, association law, hearing loss, business brokers, home care, along with many other topics. Now here are your hosts, Steve-O and Sophia.
Hey, good morning, Florida. Welcome to another Ask the Expert show. Should I say a very cold morning in Florida, believe it or not. We're in the 40s. Now, if you're in up in the Northeast, that's probably not a big deal to you. But for us, we freak out. Hey, listen, this is the third Monday of the month. My first Monday and my third Monday of the month is no other than Provise Management Group with Ray Ferrara, who's been with us for a long time, that people actually get up, some of them even get up early or close their door at work just to listen to the show. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Steve. And yes, it is a chilly morning here in Florida.
Wow, it's amazing. But I think today it's going to get up into the 70s. But hey, it's so good to see you. I hope you had a great weekend. I have to ask you this. What are you doing tonight, Ray?
Oh, gosh. Let's see.
You got your daughters in town, so.
No, I don't have any children. I don't, at least none that I'm aware of, Steve.
Oh, okay. Oh, your sisters.
All my siblings and I are together this week. Yes, obviously we'll be watching the Miami-Indiana game.
Yeah, okay.
Of course.
I hope it's a good game. That's all I have to say. But that's where I'm going to be parked at, is watching the big game tonight. And I got to tell you, Ray, we promote your show 2 or 3 days out. And I love the letters we get. Some of them are just complimenting you on how, first of all, how you communicate. People love that, but they love your knowledge. And some of them say they feel you're on a conservative side, but they like that, though, because you don't make false promises. You don't go crazy on us. People really appreciate what you do with us twice a month.
Well, that's good to know, Steve. And Provise is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. We're very proud of that, having started back in August of 1986. And here we are 40 years later, working with about 1,200 families, managing about $2 billion with the clients in over 30 states. So, we are a financial planning firm first and foremost, and an investment management firm second, because we believe that everything is a subset of a financial plan itself. And if anybody would like to learn more about us and how they might become a client, they can do some homework at our website, Provise, PROVISE.com. Or if you want to take advantage of our complimentary 1-hour consultation, simply give our offices a call at 800-633-3049. That's 800-633-4049. And just say, hey, I want to take advantage of that time with Ray for 1 hour. You can meet in our Clearwater office, our Tampa office, and if you're outside of the Tampa Bay area, happy to do it by Zoom. So again, the number is 800-633-3049.
Ray, I got to tell you, I want to compliment you. You've got the greatest newsletter. Every time I get one to my email, I love it.
Well, thank you. We put a lot of time and effort into what we call the Provise Perspectives. We send it out every 2 weeks on the 1st of the month and the 15th of the month to all of our friends, our clients, prospective clients. So anybody who wants that, you can go to the website and sign up for the newsletter, and you can just quietly check us out in the background.
Yeah, actually, I had someone write us and said, how come you only do it twice a month? It's like, you have no idea how busy Ray is.
Well, it's not, it's not that, Steve. I mean, busy, yes, but it's a lot of work to put good content out. I mean, we could do a post on X every day, but it gets to be gibberish after a while, and we only want to put out good content.
I hear you. Well, you are. Hey, I got to get to this, Ray. The Department of Justice is investigating Fed Chair Jerome Powell. What are they investigating, and what is the economic implications? I was shocked when I heard this.
Well, thanks for the question, and I want to say up front, I'm not here to discuss politics, but I am here to discuss the economic effect on those politics. The president and Chairman Powell clearly have not had a love fest over the past 12 months that President Trump has been in the White House. And the president has made a big deal out of the fact that the new Federal Reserve building is costing a lot more than was originally planned. And looking back at Powell's testimony before Congress last June, the Justice Department seems to feel that he may have, at worst, perjured himself, or perhaps at best misspoke and was misleading. So they're investigating it. The economic impact of this, could be substantial. First of all, it's no surprise that the president has been calling for lower interest rates, and the Federal Reserve has slowly lowered interest rates over the last 12 months, but not as fast as the president wants. And perhaps the thinking is that they may be able to get Powell out sooner or discredit him enough that they will lower interest rates sooner and faster. My sense is that based on the support that Chairman Powell has gotten from past chairs of the Fed, other world bankers, that just the opposite would occur, that there would be a reluctance on the part of the Federal Reserve to lower rates in the face of these potential charges, because they don't want to look like they're kowtowing to the president. They want to remain independent, which, by the way, is extremely important, that the Federal Reserve remain independent. And I do believe that the president understands the importance of that. The additional thing is that Republican senators have now stepped up and said that this seems inappropriate and that they intend to hold up any nominee to replace Powell until the Justice Department is through with its investigation. So that would mean that the new Fed chair would not be appointed as quickly and serve at the June meeting. So it's one of those be careful what you wish for kind of situations, because the law of uncertainty comes into play, and things may happen that you were not anticipating or hoping wouldn't happen. So the economic impact is that it causes uncertainty. Markets hate uncertainty. We've seen it the past 2 weeks in the market, even with the market closed today, where the market has been down the last 2 weeks in the face of all of this. So we hope that whatever investigation there is done quickly, done efficiently, and then we can go forward, notwithstanding which side they come down on, either charging him or clearing him. important to do it quickly to remove the uncertainty.
Any guesses on who the new Fed chair could be?
Well, the two Kevins, as they're referred to, seem to be the two candidates. The president this past week on Kevin Haslett indicated that he was very happy with his performance in the White House as the head of economic policy. So it sort of sounds like the other Kevin will get in. But President Trump is full of surprises and
Yes.
loves suspenseful endings. So yet to be seen.
You know what, Ray? It's so hard with everything that's going on to stay away from politics, but we sure do try on this show. We're getting a lot of emails about Greenland. And, now when someone asks me, and I might be naive, I think, it's part of his Golden Dome. But you know more about this than I do. What, can we really buy Greenland? And do we have the money for it?
I think the second part is, do we have the money? I guess the Federal Reserve could create the money. The question is whether Congress would appropriate the money.
Yes.
And at the present time, I don't think that they would belly up to the bar to pay that bill. But the president has certainly pressed the power of the presidency over the past 12 months. Wouldn't surprise me if he were to try to negotiate something on his own with them. But let's look at what the crux of it is. Greenland has always been a very strategic part of NATO's defense.
Yes.
Being as far north as it is, well into the Arctic Circle, we already have a base there inside of Greenland. But what has happened is with the warming of the planet, ice has begun to melt. And now there are, conversations about the rare earth minerals that are available in Greenland. However, most people believe that although they think that the minerals are there, they're under a mile of ice. And so it would be very hard even now to mine it. But if the warming were to continue, that might change. And so my sense is that, and my hope is that we are going to be able to negotiate with Greenland to perhaps increase our military presence there and to help NATO with the defense from both China and Russia. Although Greenland has said they've never seen any involvement by Russia or China, but it could be a very valuable resource going forward, not just strategic, but a very valuable resource. And at the end of the day, I think we'll have a greater presence in Greenland. I don't think we're going to buy it, and we're certainly not going to invade it.
No, that's right. I keep hearing that maybe this is just a ploy to, because Norway hasn't been paying what they should be paying to NATO. Maybe this is his way of getting them to step up. I don't know.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah. Okay.
Where it all leads, but I do think that we'll end up with a greater presence in Greenland, but not buying it. And I cannot visualize us invading Greenland as a NATO ally.
Not at all. I agree with you. Peter in Orlando, how much money do I need to comfortably retire? I make $100,000 now, and I want to retire within the next year if possible, keeping the same income. I'm now 63 years old.
So, Peter, congratulations on accumulating money for retirement and looking towards it. A couple of things that I would say to you without knowing all of the other items that are involved in your finances and other parts of your life as you enter into retirement. But let's just chat in general if we can. We like to think in terms of what we refer to as the 4% rule, that you can spend down 4% of whatever you have in savings to create a cash flow through your retirement that should sustain you, even adjusting for inflation going forward. So to get to 100,000, Peter, you would need $2.5 million accumulated, and 4% of that is $100,000. But Peter, there's some good news here. The fact is, you're really not living on $100,000, because when you're getting paid, the first thing that's happening is about $7,500 is going to Social Security and to Medicare taxes. So that brings you down to $92,500. Then on top of that, Peter, if you are investing into your company's retirement plan, say the 401k, maybe you're putting $10,000 a year, $12,000 a year into that plan, which obviously when you're working and now you're retired, you're not going to be saving that money. So maybe you're only living on $80,000 a year, not $100,000 a year. And if that's the case, then instead of needing $2.5 million to retire, you would need $2 million. But assuming that you qualify for Social Security, we have that as income starting to come in for you at age 67. So the fact is that we might even get down to a point, depending upon what your Social Security is, where maybe you only need to accumulate $1.2 to $1.5 million to create the cash flow. And Peter, that's exactly the reason why we believe in financial planning. There are so many integrated pieces to be put together to look at what is the best way to withdraw money on a tax efficient basis in retirement. What are the different sources of income that you might have? Maybe you work for the government and you've got a guaranteed pension on top of everything else. So give us a call. Take advantage of our complimentary 1-hour consultation by simply calling our offices at 800-633-3049, 800-633-3049. And we'll be happy to have a 1-hour complimentary consultation in our Clearwater or Tampa office or by Zoom, whatever is most comfortable for you.
Well, that kind of leads us up to our next text from St. Petersburg. They want to know, why is financial plan so important?
Oh, I love these kinds of questions, Stephen. So, I the way I often talk to people is relating the reason for a financial plan back to whatever it is that they do. For instance, if you're an electrician and you're installing electricity in a house, you don't just go in and wire the house the way you think it ought to be done. There's actually a set of drawings, and somebody has already thought through where the different plugs go and the different wiring that's needed for different pieces of equipment. There's a plan for that electrician to follow. The doctor who's going to operate doesn't just go in and start cutting and operating. There's a lot of preparatory work that's done ahead of time. There's a plan that's developed, and they then go in and operate. They have a plan. And every time you think about it, we all have a plan. Even when you and I are doing this show, we plan ahead. So yes, when it comes to your finances, we believe that financial planning, which is an overarching plan, that's a integrated plan looking at your cash flow, looking at your risk tolerance, your investment, education planning if you are planning to send children to college, your retirement planning, your estate planning, your asset protection plan, your different insurances that you're going to have, whether it's an umbrella policy, the homeowners, or a boat, or all of these things are integrated and each have an impact on the other. And that's why we believe in doing the plan first. And once we understand the plan, then we can think about the best ways to invest the money. Because when people go into retirement, there's no reason to take any more risk than you need to
Right.
in order to maintain your lifestyle. If it doesn't bring you any additional value, why are you taking the risk? Just because you did for the last 40 years? No, don't need to do that anymore. Now it's the risk of making sure that you have the lifestyle to which you become accustomed when you're retired, or creating the lifestyle to which you want to become accustomed as you're working. So that's why we believe in financial planning first and foremost.
Ray, how do people get a hold of you?
So, as I mentioned a couple of times earlier in the show, we always offer a complimentary 1-hour consultation in our Clearwater or Tampa office or by Zoom. You can learn more about us by going to provise.com, and that's PROVISE.com. Check us out. You can Google me and find out lots about me since I've been involved for so long in the planning profession. And then give us a call at 800-633-3049. That's 800-633-3049. And just say, hey, I want to take advantage of meeting with Ray for an hour. And we will be more than happy to find a way to visit with you again in either our Clearwater or Tampa office or by Zoom. And we would just love to have folks come in and learn more about
Ray, I got to
Provise
tell
and
you,
us, and more importantly, learn about you.
I love doing your show. Ray is with us twice a month, the first and third Monday of the month at 9:00 Eastern time. Ray, enjoy the game tonight.
Absolutely. And I don't want our folks in Miami to be too upset with me, but I just can't help myself but go with Indiana for a 15-0 season. I know it's tough.
Ray, we're a Florida show. Hey, bro, I love you. I will see you next month.
Take care, Stephen.
You too, Ray. That's Ray Ferrara. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in today to the Ask the Expert show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV. Tune in next week and every week to hear more from our experts on personal injury, insurance, air condition repairs, estate planning, Medicare, and many other topics in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. See you next week.